and we're desperate, that's when we're more open up to these spiritual things that God could do in our lives. Not that he needs it. God don't need nothing. He don't need us. Because if he needed us and if he needed our faith, he wouldn't be God. God could do anything at any time, but we receive it better when we're open and broken, and we give it. It's how we submit most of the time, right? So it says that Jesus said to him, unless you people see signs and wonders, by no means believe, right? So what is he talking about? He's saying you don't really believe. You're just desperate. This is the last, like, this is the only thing you know what to do, because everything else didn't work, right? And that's a lot of times we come to the Dream Center or wherever, and it's all right, because it's all right. And the nobleman said to him, sir, come down before my child dies. He never said Lord. Never said my guy. He said sir, right? And Jesus said to him, go your way, your son lives. So the man believed the word that Jesus spoke to him and went his way. But the servant met him halfway. This is when we get close to God. When it says draw near to God, God will draw near to us. He meets us halfway. The servant represents the Holy Spirit, right? And why did he ask him if he believed, right? He asked him, what time? And he said the 7th hour, to come number of completion, when God was done completing what he was going to do, right, in his life. Right. So when I went to prison and I was walking with the Lord this last term, right? And I never believed in God before. So the other term doesn't count. This term count because I was free in prison and God was working in my life. But, it's hard to believe everything when you don't see it, right? And it's all right. God's still gonna work. And so I was like, I'm delivered from addiction. Like, I don't want to get high anymore. But it's easy to say that and lie to yourself when you don't see the drugs, when you're completely away from the drugs. And sometimes we run away, and it's all right, it's good. So every time I would always say, I'm delivered from drugs, I don't even want to get high anymore. And you hear that all the time in prison, whether they say they believe or not. They're like, I'm not getting high no more. But when they get out, what they do, they go right back and get high. Why? Because they don't see the dope, right? So I went to this main line, hit main line, and this prison had a lot of drugs, right? It was a setup, the prison guards, like whatever, right? It is what it is. We're in a fallen world, right? And let me tell you, those prison guards are institutionalized too. That's what God showed me through another brother. He said, pray for them. They're institutionalized too, because they're doing time, half their life in prison too, right? Just because they get paid don't mean this stuff don't stick them. It's a spiritual battle, right? And so I'm not knocking them. I pray for them.